I don't know whether it's peak or whether it's just interfering that has led Lord Kinnock to make pronouncements on the week in Westminster on Radio 4 that it was fair to say that voters were not fully convinced by Labour and that it was not guaranteed to win a House of Commons majority. His point is echoed by Annalise Dodds. We are very good at losing elections people thought we would win. Think of 1992. Well, that was exactly because of Neil Kinnock and because of Neil Kinnock's air of certainty and falling over. What was that when he fell over? I don't know whether falling over on the sands. No, I don't think it was when he fell over. But it's that ability to puncture the balloon. In Britain, with the first past the post system, generally elections are not won by a particular party, they are lost by the party in power. And the present government has well and truly lost the next general election already. The question is how much the Labour Party can win once it's in power. It's then a matter of holding a second election at some point and confirming that vote. But winning a general election from being in opposition is much harder, and messing around with the public perception, as Lord Kinnock is doing, is not a way forward. Equally, I think it's too late for Rishi Sunak to talk about the economy now has momentum. Who cares? Nobody feels it. And this conviction that the next election is going to be a landslide by Labour simply because the Conservatives are so unpopular is not a reasonable conviction. The vote swing would have to be bigger than it has ever been in recorded political history in this country. And I don't think that the Labour Party, as Neil Kinnock suggests, has done enough to make it that attractive. The Conservative Party has certainly done enough to make it that unattractive, as has been shown in the local elections route. But I don't think that will be borne out by a certain majority in the coming general election. I think there will be a majority, but it will be modest because of the sheer number of seats that need to turn. However, the more Conservative MPs defect to Labour, the less seats it actually has to win. And so, for example, Dover is now in the bag. It's in the bag, of course it is, because nobody's going to vote for a Natalie Elphicke replacement at this stage. And the Labour guy, the army fellow, I forget his name, Tap, is an almost certain win. He has authority in a way that Natalie Elphicke never had. He has authority. He will attract votes. He's done his time in the army. He knows what he's talking about. It's certain. And you can go around the country and you can find other certain winners. And will there be a hung parliament? I think that's highly unlikely. I think there will be a very modest success. And Rishi Sunak's claim that the country is heading for a hung parliament is simply not shared by the people. In a recent survey, this was beaten down as absurd. I think 16% of respondents said that a hung parliament was a likely result. So nobody believes him. And that was a Savanta poll, which also said that Labour is 43% ahead of the Conservatives, that are on 27%, which is being very generous to the Conservatives. And Reform is on 9%. Well, some polls are suggesting Reform is on 12 or 13%, and the Conservatives are barely scraping 15%. So it depends which poll you're listening to, but the Conservatives are going down, Labour is going up, and Reform is going up. But Reform, given the system, is unlikely to get any seats. It's simply likely to queer the Conservative pitch. Anyway, we'll know about more of this in the next few weeks. I expect it will become much, much clearer.